Hey Plenty friends, today is going to be like a Plenty vlog. We're gonna go plant shopping at two big box stores, and then we're gonna do a little bit of cleaning and then some Plenty chores as repotting and then cleaning some of the plant foliage, one of the plants, and some other Plenty things. So it's just a bunch of clips scattered throughout the video, and a lot of it is like plant chores, but also a little bit of like house chores because I had to get some of it done, and I just like watching cleaning time lapses with music in the background. So I hope you guys enjoy. Let's just get straight into it. So full transparency, it is really messy. I made an iced coffee and it was disgusting. It was so nasty. But this is the one he's been making. It's a lot. As you can tell, he's really over it. We were using these bottles because it just makes life easier to have it ready, and all I gotta do is pour it. But yeah. And then here's some plant updates. This is a new leaf on the Calathea obifolia, the Fenbachia, beautiful Gencina. Look how nice it's doing. And there's an aglaonema right there, which a lot of them I do want to put them in some good potting soil. This piece of leaves always thirsty. I can see by its leaves it's getting like kind of thirsty, but she's cute. And we got some plants over here. I really do love this peperonia. I'm propagating some of the leaves, but they do take a hot minute to propagate. Also, we got this beautiful Scindapsus from IKEA and ended up repotting her. I saw this, so this is a silvery Anne, but I noticed that that's the only part. There was like basically one cutting in there, and I already chopped it, as you can see, and I'm propagating it. But even then, the Scindapsus is really pretty, and I'm just gonna let it chill. Here's a PPP putting out a new leaf, and then here's the living room. Kind of messy, but it is what it is. This elbow epiperium has been having some bug issues, as you can see right there. Whenever I see it, I don't always freak out, because whenever I see it on a plant, they usually stay on that plant. It's like they like it, right? I hardly ever see them on other plants. You're selling yellow leaf because it's a really old one, and also, you know, it's just what happens as well. Over here, these are really old ones, and yeah, I'm not panicking that much, but that's what's going on. Some little updates on the kitchens, on the living room plants. These are looking really good. They're getting nice and full. The Micans is beautiful, to be honest. I really do love it. That aglaonema is thirsty. I always prefer them to be a little bit droopy, and then I'll water it, because like I said, I've only killed aglaonemas by overwatering them, especially with the mixture that they're in. They carry, it's just peat moss, and they hold a lot of moisture, which is great for a lot of the plants, but with aglaonemas, it's not. And then of course, the middle table with this beautiful Victoria burst nest fern. She's getting nice in size. The silver band Maranta is putting out a lot of new leaves, but it's also losing a lot of them, so it's just that kind of like plant. It looks really good still. This Calathea, this Intherm is giving us this really cool, nice leaf. So I'm really excited about that. But yeah, let's get to cleaning. Alrighty, besties. So we're gonna do some repotting. I've been pushing this repotting for the longest time. Also, these blinds are broken. Like, sorry. I was like, I'm gonna be a little positive. Oh, I forgot my drink. Well, I got some. Hold on. Let me get it. I don't know how this video is gonna be, but I have a lot of clips and we're just gonna converge them together. But I enjoyed that some Mexican food because I was craving some Mexican food. And I got lemonade and I finished my lemonade, but I like to. I added a bunch of water in here because I'm like, I gotta stay hydrated. I gotta drink a lot of water. Sometimes I forget how much water we're supposed to drink, and I'm like, damn, I'm supposed to do that every day. 10 cups of water every day. But we're gonna go ahead and repot the beautiful Drancina. And I went to Marshall. I don't even know if I filmed. I don't think I did, but I went with my mom and I got these really, really cute heavy planters. This was $7.99, made in Vietnam. How cute. Look at this. The thing is, it does have a drainage hole, but it's glued with something else, almost like a cash pot. And I'm kind of gonna go ahead and use a knife and plop it out because I bought it as a planter, not a cash pot. And I think I could use it as a cash pot, but I really, really want it for a planter. I also have my Dieffenbachia over here. I believe it's called Dieffenbachia Reflector. Beautiful. She's actually stayed alive with me, which I usually kill Dieffenbachias, but this one has been doing super, super good. And I was thinking of putting it in here. I think it would look really, really pretty. And it's a pretty reasonable size, but I can't get this thing out of here. And then I also got this other really heavy planter. Beautiful gloss ceramic. It's just gorgeous. For $8 at Marshall. It's big. So don't sleep on got Marshall. Let me turn off this fan. Also got the Monstera Elbow Tiger. It's putting out a new leaf. I'm really, really excited because like I was thinking it was not gonna make it, but she's putting out a new leaf. You guys can't really tell. You can see it, but yes, I'm so happy because I was kind of freaking out, panicking that it was not gonna make it. I feel like elbows are pretty sensitive, like with overwatering, right? And they're a little bit temperamental compared as a monster, like a Thai constellation, but it's doing really, really good right now. So, and then I also got a nice big terracotta that I've had before, and I want to use it for the Drancina. I got it. This little plug, yeah. But it's a really tiny hole. It's a really small hole. And Dieffenbachias, I have killed some Dieffenbachias from underwatering, so if you knew, I am so sorry. I do that a lot. I breathe aggressively, y'all. I cannot breathe through one of my nostrils. So I breathe through my nose and I also breathe through my mouth. And sometimes I either swallow a fungus gnat or I swallow things from the air. It is what it is. I'm so sorry, but it is what it is. I'm just letting you know. But I like how it still has a very, very small hint of lemonade. So it's like, I don't know why. I'm gonna go ahead and report this Drancina. We got this for clearance, $10 at Lowe's, period. And this is the terracotta we're gonna put it in. And then I have my nice soil mixture. I just got some regular potting mix. And I added some orchid bark mix, which has pieces of bark. I also like how it's all maroon, period. It's kind of cute. Let's just do this because, ooh, not the strings. Let's see. I've been procrastinating on doing this for super duper long. And I actually did some repotting. I actually do got some plants that I got, and I don't even know if I showed y'all. But I got this new one from Costa Farm from the Trillion Tropics collection. It looks pretty sensitive. And then I also got a Philodendron Xanadu. I think that's what it's called. Tordem. Philodendron Tordem. And I've had it before. I killed it from Proven Winners. But I got it again on clearance but I think it's gonna be a-okay. I ended up repotting it. I did that with my brother when we were on FaceTime. I should probably trim off the leaves. I see some bad leaves in there that I do not like. Okay. A little back and forth, back and forth. I just finished cleaning. You guys are gonna see some clips of me cleaning. You probably already saw it. I'm gonna cut off a lot of the leaves. I am so sorry. I know that's kind of sad, but I really kind of like a palm aesthetic. And a lot of the bottom leaves don't look really the best, but they don't look that bad to cut all of it off. But I really love a nice canopy, and it's also gonna help the plants breathe. And I noticed that whenever I cut dracaenas, they always emit a smell, like a chemical smell. I think it is poisonous, or it can cause some irritation on your skin. Oh, that is so much better. I don't like it when it's pretty, but like I really love it when it's just like that. Does that make sense? It looks more cleaner, more elegant a little bit, and then it's gonna help the plant not have any issues with the foliage. So we're just gonna go ahead and do that. We're gonna take off this plant out. Okay, it has a pretty good root system. I don't see no signs of rot. Oh my. The good thing is I have my mat on the bottom. Can y'all see? I hope you guys can see. Notice that a lot of the roots are all the way in the bottom and there's barely any on top. I just want to take off a lot of this peat moss, because I just don't. It has a lot of moisture. I kind of want to save the soil. It's a lot of soil, and I want to save it for some propagations that I can do. Usually it's not best to reuse your soil. I used to do it back then. I never had any issues, but it could cause issues, right? Because it could be some pest or some fungal in there or something like. That's not good. Dracaenas are pretty hardy, so that's not really gonna shock the plant too much. It's just like, let me show you how much soil it is. I mean, it was a big pot. I'm sorry, y'all. The soil looks really good, and I don't wanna use my nice potting soil for some propagations. So I'm gonna reuse this. I don't see nothing in there that's bad, and it's gonna be for propagation, so nothing that crazy. Look, all the way to the top. It's a lot of soil, so I'm not gonna throw that away. I'm also trying to do deep breaths. I was stressing out. I didn't want to clean at all. Let me see if I can levitate this for y'all. That's a little bit better. I didn't want to clean at all or do laundry, but I was like, David, you gotta do it. And I was like, ugh. So what I was doing, I was literally cleaning aggressively. I don't know what you call that, but like, I just threw the basket on the floor and I was doing the laundry. I was vacuuming, but I was vacuuming very aggressively. And the thing is, it got the job done that I've been pushing. I got chores done that I was pushing to the side for days. And yeah, I got it done. So yeah, I told my mom, and she was laughing. And I was like, I don't know why. I was just so angry. I guess at myself for procrastinating, and because I just wanted to lay on the sofa and just watch TikToks. But I was like, no, David, you got to do your chores. So I was like, I was just angry cleaning, and it kind of felt good getting that anger out on the poor laundry and vacuuming. I was also doing dishes, but I was pretty gentle with it because I don't want to break some glass. But I got it done. The apartment is really nice and clean. The clips that you guys saw from me cleaning the kitchen, that was from like a previous day. Like I said, I have a lot of different clips. I'm gonna put it all in one video as a vlog. But the kitchen got dirty again, obviously, because we live in this house and I'm very nasty. I'm very filthy. I don't wash my cup after every use. So, but yeah, we're good now. I love this Dracaena. I like that I got it for $10. I like how it's a really easy plant to look after. It is not so finicky. And it's gorgeous. It really, really is. It's beautiful, long, green, shiny leaves are stunning. And I'm just obsessed with it. The thing is, I would place it on a nice bright spot. These would appreciate some really good light. So yeah, once I go ahead and rinse her in the tub, I'm gonna go ahead and put her in a nice bright spot, which will be on a grow light, to be honest, because I don't get a lot of light in the apartment anymore. Now we're gonna go ahead and repot the Dieffenbachia. That's been doing really, really good. Gonna cut off some of these yellow leaves. I'm actually really surprised how this Dieffenbachia has been doing amazing. It's been doing amazing. Gonna give it some soil. I would use this planter to pick it up so you guys can see what I'm doing. But yeah, I'm in a really good mood. I don't know why. I guess because I got the chores done that I've been procrastinating on for so long. And repotting is always really, really therapeutic and relaxing for me. Relaxing. Oh Lord. That beautiful photos, enjoy. Oh no, it's a pearls and jade. Wait, the Moroccan photos. Beautiful. Gonna take a sippy of my water. I love cold water. We're also gonna go ahead and clean the raven. It'll be in a time lapse for y'all, but I want to clean it with y'all. Shine those leaves really, really nice. And then I have a Seba Blue on the tub that I ended up rinsing. I was gonna go ahead and film it with y'all. Look at those nice roots. But I was like, girl, no. I don't like setting up the tripod. And I was like, just go ahead and rinse the plant. Because it had mealybugs, and I don't really do anything that crazy. A lot of the time, just rinsing it really, really good with some good water pressure, and then spraying it with some neem oil and being consistent with it like 1 or 2 times. It usually solves the problem. It doesn't get rid of them. I mean, I've had cases that I wouldn't see mealybugs anymore, but then I'll have cases where like it would come back, but it won't come back aggressively. It's just a lazy way, and it gets the job done, right? So if you're in a hurry, you don't gotta do all that crazy stuff like rinsing. I don't know. I've seen videos and I'm just like, amazing. I wish I had that kind of motivation and energy to do that. But for me, I like to make my life a little bit simple because there's always going to be another plant that needs attention, and I don't want to put all of my energy on one plant. There are some that are an exception, like some of my favorite ones. But yeah, okay, she's a little too low. Put more soil. I'm actually so happy. I love this planter, and I didn't know which plant I was gonna put it on specifically. But I saw my Dieffenbachia and I was like, you dry out really fast. And then I know you would appreciate some fresh potting soil. It wasn't really root bound, but it did have that nursery, low nutrient kind of soil. So it's time to give it some fresh soil so it can grow more, because it has been giving me some nice good leaves. It has been actively growing. Beautiful, beautiful. Gonna tuck it in. I am getting the planter dirty, but like I said, we're gonna rinse these plants really good. Don't wanna put it too much to the top, because then when I water, it makes a mess. It's already 5:13. Okay. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. It's a little wonky, but she'll follow the light. And there you go. That's the repotting. We have this other really, really pretty planter, but it will hold a lot of moisture, and I don't know what plant I would put in there, to be honest. And I'm not gonna rush. Oh, here it is. So I ended up repotting it already, and I rinsed it in the tub, but this is one that I got at Walmart, and it's super duper beautiful. It has a very long, complicated name, I just can't. And then the Philadelphia Tortum, it's right there on top. So yeah, I just have it on these. I bought these really cheap 6-inch planters. They were like $12 and it came with 100 because like I'm always repotting plants and a lot of the plants are going from 4-inch and they need to go to a 6-inch, right? I do have a lot of 8 inches and 10 inches pots and planters, but I need sometimes it's just too big. So a 4-inch needs to go to a 6-inch, which that's usually the correct term and the correct order. But sometimes I like to break the rules and I go from a 4-inch to like an 8-inch or a 10-inch, and I've never. I'm doing laundry right now. It just depends. The plant will tell you. You gotta know the plant. Some plants do not mind. For example, my Burger Ring of Fire was on a 4-inch and I placed it on a 8.5 planter, but it's a terracotta, and it's been thriving and doing really good because I don't know. It is. Yeah, when you put a plant on a really big planter, what happens and the biggest problem is that it will retain too much moisture. So the only way I can say you can get rid of that, like get away with that going over, if you have to, is if you're in underwater, which basically don't water your plants that much, or if the plant is it's a plant that likes to stay moist, because it will stay moist. So yeah, and also like airflow, temperature, and light are another really important factors. And a lot of my plants are in grow lights. I always have the fans on, which I have them off now because I'm filming. And the apartment is always like in the 70s. So that's how I also get away with it, which upgrading to too much of a big planter. So we're gonna keep these. I always keep my planters because I always love to propagate plants, or sometimes I just need another planter. I'm gonna get rid of this and throw this actually to the trash. The soil that was from the different backyard. And we're gonna go and rinse these plants.